Hi everyone, it's Lottie from Lottie Louise Art here, and today I'm going to be showing you my top 20 most used pastel pencils. After using pastel pencils for around 6 to 7 years, I've built up quite a collection, but despite having all of these colours, there are 20 pencils I find myself reaching for again and again. So today I'm going to show you my top 20 most used pastel pencil colours and more importantly what I use each one for. And at the end of the video there will be a bonus pencil which is not necessarily my most used pencil, but it's one that I can't live without. Let's just get straight into the video. Starting off with the most basic two colours are white and a black. The black pastel pencil that I use the most is this Faber-Castell Pit Pastel in shade 199. The black sharpens into a lovely fine point, so it's perfect for adding in detailing, especially around the eyes in pet portraits or for fine fur strokes. Next up is my most used white pastel pencil. Again, this is a Faber-Castell one and it's shade 101. I know there are two whites you can get, there's a medium and a soft one. This one that I use the most is the medium one. I find the soft one is a bit too soft and it doesn't go on top of other colours as well. I use this white pencil all the time for things like highlights, especially within the eyes, adding light fur detailing, whiskers, or glazing over the top of areas to create subtle highlights. This pencil also sharpens to a fine point. The pencil sharpener that I use is the Swordfish Icon pencil sharpener, and this is the one that I use for all of my Faber-Castell pastel pencils. Next up, I'll be going through my most used browns, which naturally, as a pet portrait and wildlife artist, there are quite a few. Starting off strong with the Caran d'Ache Dark Sepia pencil. This is the darkest and richest brown that I own, so it's particularly useful for deep brown fur or shadowed areas. These Caran d'Ache pencils are a lot softer and creamier than the Faber-Castell ones, so they don't work well for finer details. I like using these pencils for glazing or for base layers as they blend like a dream. They're a lot harder to sharpen, so I tend to use a craft knife to sharpen these pencils. The rest of the browns that I use are the Faber-Castell pencils. First of all, we've got 177 Walnut Brown, which is another dark brown, but it isn't as deep and rich as the Caran d'Ache one. My next brown is 176 Van Dyke Brown, which is a bit lighter with some reddish tones in it. The next one is 280 Burnt Umber, which I find is quite similar to Walnut Brown, except that it's a little bit lighter. Those three brown shades are definitely well used, and I've used up multiple of each pencil. It's very handy to have a wide variety of browns so that I can colour match pencils to colours in the portraits that I do as best as possible. As well as those darker browns, one pencil I couldn't live without is shade 180 Raw Umber. This one is significantly lighter than the other browns, and it may even be my most used brown shade. It's perfect for adding hints of brown onto creamy coloured fur and for lightening up darker brown areas. The last brownish colour on this list is a Faber-Castell pastel in the shade 283 Burnt Sienna. This has a much more reddish tone to it compared to the other browns, and it's very useful to have more unique colours in your pastel collection. Next up, I've got 3 shades of grey. To be honest, I find that I use all of the greys in the Faber-Castell Pit Pastel set a ton, but I picked out the ones that I believe to be my most used. First up, I've got the Caran d'Ache in the shade Greyest Black, which is a deepest grey, but I find it to have a hint of blue in it. This colour is often perfect for basing black fur, especially as it's a Caran d'Ache pastel, so it's super soft and creamy and blends out really well using a blending stump. When I layer black and lighter greys and browns on top of this shade, I can create some really nice, realistic and shiny looking black fur. Next is more of a medium shade of grey, which is a Faber-Castell pastel in the shade 233 Cold Grey IV, which I believe is that 4. I can add some subtle highlights onto the black fur using this shade, and I just think it's one of my most used greys. Finally, for the greys that I have, the Faber-Castell shade 270 Warm Grey 1 is my last one, which is the perfect highlight shade for black fur. I do also like using the shade within white fur to add some subtle shadows, and yeah, white fur is never just white, so you need other tones in there, and I find this one quite helpful, and I use it quite a lot. The next pencil I've selected doesn't really fit into any of the categories I've put these shades into, and it's the Faber-Castell Pastel in the shade 157 Dark Indigo. This is surprisingly one of my most used pencils because although I don't draw a lot of blue things, this deep blue colour can be used in other ways, such as for black fur, shadows and reflections within the eyes, and also for deepening up red tones. Because red and blue are kind of opposite each other on the colour wheel, and so adding dark indigo into the deeper shadows of red areas really helps to create more depth. I've done this in my recent berries tutorial, which I think is already up on my channel if you want to check that one out. The last category that my most used pastel pencils fall into are just a bunch of other neutrals. This Faber-Castell shade 103 Ivory is probably within my top 5 most used colours. I find this shade so versatile and I use it to draw cream coloured fur, adding shading to white fur, and often I use it as a highlight shade. It works really well when adding highlights to brown, reddish or gingery coloured fur. Next up we've got shade 102 Cream, which is a lot more yellowy than the previous shade. This shade I often use within eyes, particularly green eyes, or just another highlight shade for brown or ginger fur. And sometimes I just like to lightly glaze this colour over the top of lighter areas to add some subtle shading or to add like a glow effect where the sun is reflecting off areas of the fur. Next up is actually a different brand of pastel pencil, and this one is a Stabilo Carbothello in the shade 681. This is a very pale flesh or pinky tone. I find myself reaching for this one a lot when I'm drawing pink animals' noses or inner ears. The Faber-Castell set doesn't have a pink shade this light, so that's why I also love using other pastel sets to give myself a wider colour range. Although obviously you could just use white to lighten pink noses and stuff like that, but I find this shade just really helpful as sort of a mid-tone, but it's not as harsh as white basically, so it just works really well. This next one is the lightest pink shade that Faber-Castell have, which is the shade 132 Light Flesh. Again, I often find myself reaching for this pencil when working on pink noses or inner ears on animals. Occasionally, I do get to use these pink shades for other things, such as this bullfinch piece, which is always fun. Another flesh-toned colour I use a lot is this Caran d'Ache one in the shade Dark Flesh 40%. I use this pencil the most when working on white fur, as there are often subtle pinky or beigey tones around the eyes, nose and mouth of cats, for example. I've also used this pencil for creating a base layer for white fur, which has worked really well for me in the past. This French Grey 10% Caran d'Ache pencil I also use a lot for white fur, as it's quite a unique shade of grey. Again, this is a very unique shade which isn't included in the Faber-Castell set, so this is a must-have in my collection. And this pencil also can work quite well as a base for white fur, and I find myself reaching for this one a lot. Next up is another Stabilo Carbothello pencil. This one is in the shade 704. This is a grey tone, but it's quite a brownish grey, so I didn't know whether to put it with the browns or with the greys. This is a really unique colour, which again I find myself reaching for a lot when working on white fur. This can also be used for creating highlights on black or on some brown furs. Last out of my top 20 most used pastel pencils is this orange shade, Faber-Castell shade 187 Burnt Ochre. When working on gingery or reddish fur, this pencil is great because it's obviously a shade of orange, but it isn't too bright that it stands out too much and is like garish on the page. And I find it's just the perfect orange tone for wildlife and animal artwork. Now that I've gone through my top 20 most used pastel pencils, I've got one bonus pencil which I'm going to mention. This one didn't make it to my top 20 because it isn't one of my most used. This is still the original pencil that came with my set, but it's one that I cannot live without, and it is this Faber-Castell Pit Pastel pencil in the shade 140 Light Ultramarine. This is the perfect pale blue shade to lightly glaze over white highlights in the eyes when the eyes reflect the blue of the sky or some water or something like that. It's quite a bright blue, so I just use an extremely light hand with it and just sort of glaze it over the top. It's also really useful for adding subtle blue reflections onto black or grey fur. So that is my top 20 most used pastel pencils plus the bonus pencil. It was quite obvious to me which pencils were my most used because they're either pencils that are super tiny where I've sharpened them so much, or they're ones that I've used up and replaced multiple times. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you're looking to start out drawing animals using pastel pencils, then perhaps these 20 pencils would make a great starting point for you. Please give the video a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos from me, and I'll hopefully see you in my next video. Bye for now.